But Bondu Argentina. What about you? How old are you? 20. So you tell us exactly why you know about the whole motorbike issue you're talking about.
On Friday, last Friday, I went into me principal. Okay, he be young from the Kauka. Pretty intermediate on coming around to certain things. You say, also. So, okay, we spent the day at the next day, we slept to the police station with the children. To the way people we say at prayer. So the next day, we're walking around. It's not me walking around. We're walking around in the community. So I was walking around. I came to the park. Start to the park, spend the whole day there. So in the evening, I go to the children. I went back to the children. I was sitting on the road until we go around with pass on. And go in the market. Go in the market and went buy net. Buy net, brought net. Brought net. I said, I went to the net. And that, I'm seeing them around me. We're pulling down, and till the bar. I said, I'm just like that boy at scale. I said, I don't think on it. I don't want to do the hatch. I don't want to do the putting down. You need to tell the bar to carry the bar. So, I kind of falling out. Stab the ball. Stab the ball. Sit down by the ball. Sit down by the ball. Sit down behind it. I start the I walk around until I was already small. Already small. Tell you why I ain't tell you what I read. I was start. And what start get up. Can't get on. I guess the telling me I ain't going to hard for the table. So I get on. I only get the sun. What trap will move over the top of the road. And you know, tell you scary. No, first I was something that I want to move. So I stay tuning. I was staying on tuning on the two. So you rush it by, you bought it by. I said, I wouldn't care. You bought it by. You bought it by. Sit on the back. You're right. I was out there. Right. Before you get on the road, stay tuning. Scary. I ain't about me. I sit on Google. Sit on here, passing up. Sit on the back. Right. Go all the way from. I ain't giving a staring time around. I say I'm sorry. Before reaching, to send my area, where you going? And I forgot what my area. Retire port. I retire port. To send a car. Well, I am on it. So, okay, prove the team again. If I don't want to, I'm facing the two. I can see sorry, the problem I'm marrying in the share. I don't say I'm so, you see, I don't really feel the tear for Korea. I have really a management store. There will change. I will change. I'm going to change it. I want to share the money. I'm trying to share the money. I get a board. I feel good today. So I will start going. I can't finish again. They can't finish. I got a little money on it. If I actually contract, they put in the back. I was riding. I started getting cool. You're falling. I started getting cool. I started using the emperor early morning back. And you did it by the emperor. and business and whatever chunky. So right now then I do understand. Is that right? Right. You lying on those it was energy or the stop of stop or stop as a way of come. He bring that was out to come number 2 or going I will have a bad document. I will have a bad document. There was a bad document the inter. The possible your end number in the or cover the bad document. And care was any for the war. The book for the more in the more as well. So the book for the body more city there. The less money anything of the other. But I tell anything I have on the side. Working point on the side or you have on that side. So I will step there. I will step there. Is there I'm going to do if the book as I'm going to come about 2 will enter. So as for the next year, I say one officer on Ghana and core in Ghana. There was a father for a
On Friday, do other men open friends. I don't work in the Friday. You told me, oh, man,
Will be audible.
you told me, oh, the whole year for now, 19 and they still back and we are not in 19. Let go to country 12 because you go country 12. I said, oh, go and say, oh, let go in because I said, I'm been outside before. Me, I only hear I know. Things are going to be but the Rosa going, you will never go. You see, yes, but I play I'm not going to go my papa campus. I said, well, what also well do heroes and say, oh, as somebody people want to sound on the city parking a partner, they can park a partner is out. But most of the partner or that smell on the city parking a partner is out there. You can't be a lawyer, you in there looking at the energy. All I want so now to tell you about when I can visit again easy and I have my hero. The will come back and I only move to the car. I was here saying to you said I will find your money. I said, well, is it only Pierce? Is it only Pierce was also who won a thousand blue pen with him? There also. I mean, you do not do as I don't think I said, well, you want to carry what? Yeah, let no go. Go to come out back and come out when I will come out. Will come out back. So no go, we will be to me when you come out your money. I don't know, but I think you know, and I just happened here in the I mean, on level come into nothing Friday. We made the whole year on Friday. I think go all the way down to a very park. We went down and go me the wood. Total eat up. I don't want to eat that. Oh, man, what was here? Anything they know, bro. That's around where you go on a rose and but you say, those that have more good on us. I know that is somewhere out with the Mono finish. Go to a year, you have it. I want to say, Mono finish. The what to be tomorrow. I don't know late. I came to the position on the road. I put position on the road. I don't want to take and say, oh, is it always up there? We just come here, but coming out, coming over, I don't go in town. Inside we go in town. Okay, so we're not going to see, so you pick up the city. I never went to it, but then. Can see your own car. When I found the go, I don't know to see it. I just ended in loan all the time, so soon you already said it. I put it for her to push it. I don't step it. I can't take it. I want to get all men. We're not going to use it together. See what now I ain't for was a home foul. The mouth and up and on problem also. Early at least in the town with all everyone time. They will look I mean, they on the winter, the visa for it. 11 they would lead. I don't want to go down, bed one puppy die. I want to go to bed. You were over Nana, the country, Nana. So what you read now, you are me, for me, I can live back and only wrap back. I don't have anything before you die. I want to all it in you. In the place of I don't do much of it. So I think is it by no one as you know. There are two things for going hard job or going put on. I do but is it going hard job going put anybody? No, I only wrap back. our neighbor. The Jedi, I don't know do. You wouldn't hear about one neighbor. I said, about one there, things you go hard one there, you also matter one neighbor carry. You never bunny just came on, you know. The body don't think they're not trying to join you do. Yeah, bro. There go, I don't know what to do. You just be as a rattle. Child plays push, you have to pick up. I said, well, how you will do? I said, man, I don't know what to do. Level. You need now my old team. Level. I don't win my was 6 go to 7. I spent on a public park. I don't walk going to say, well, when I buy it, I think when I go buy it, never now. I am going to go and get buy it level from one guy. Then said me, I got it. I am going to buy it. I want to go and buy it. I don't even put it paper out there. Put it on the package. So those who can't go on, so I'm going to eat. I can say, oh, is it when you know I can't tell you for an hour? I didn't get on to about it, Gino. I will quite will be zip. I know planet I go back and one party done. I didn't see what I'm going to say. I don't see a flower to do. But I want to do what so fulfill I'm with. You said, no, I'm not a mile. You know, you're more than Zimmerman. Someone never better. I didn't be at the going back in happy me. Yes, so really active. I said, no problem. I don't buy the one blower. I am for it. I want to put me. I don't keep on it. I thought, bro, at night I was going to ask challenging. I'm going to say, I'm only be able to go. He said, I won't play school. You are just going. You didn't go for a person. I just came on you. One person is I find just came on you. But not do it. I said, maybe already you tell me I do accept. If you say that the way I find you say that only maybe only there. They will go whatever garden. You tell me. I look at partner paper order that I will know what that will be confused. I won't go by paper. If I say I won't back, I only want to see I think will be all right. I mean 11 in my go went down to God, that's not we keep me also. I think we're going to go with so I think we only starting to go with talking get something me I'm doing it passing around. The other so everybody say this is one charge on. You see never you have been oh it's about you. I don't buy it to go down there's one piece on the move. I'm talking say we put in left and the better order or any portal. Put on the same. I want the way Kimi will come back. Came out and I say, oh, I said, but why never now? He said, oh, yeah, well, don't let that. I said, well, you won't see. He said, really, net and the higher be. He said, well, I go by one left now. I said, well, I will go by and they will will. And I told them would be for and I want black and I order the don't kind of about woman. I said, well, the other net and the center level are the brown net and the people will let me put over there. He said, well, I get a plan there. He said, but never. I don't stop the phone over that. I don't stop the guy. I said, I'm not going. I don't stop the second guy. I stop. Because I know that you are in your own know that you are. I didn't tell that you are. He said, oh, I'm a single vinegar. I said, I get a bill on my back. I get my check and I was a vinegar. He said, yes, I'm vinegar. I got a vinegar and he is them. I don't want to you all your thing because you are going to stop. The guy said, oh, man, I will stop him. But before I'm going to me, say, oh, go. You go with the era. I'm either say, I pay in the car. You understand? I'm praying when I got more others are paying. You know when you don't do. I don't do any papa men in care on the path first. I must get them. I'll tell old man, I packet. I'm going to tell you, money with a hundred work. I tell you, 50. I'll talk about my packet of my work for me to get money when he's out. I said, what do you call it? I want to install the guy. The whole thing was I made a gas all I get to be a guy. One time, I think I got myself. I'm going to pick it back. I got my market. The Mulo, I'm going to pick it back. I have to go about 10 around. He said, oh, man, make it a bona. I don't need anything. I'm going to I don't want to live which way to compare P. I just see John away. I don't buy push. I got a caffeine on the back. I got to say, oh, what a nerve is able. I live in nerve there. I said, well, how you wear my hand? I said, my go. I want to say, I know to do. You only go better. I want to say, I know to do. I got many I got a caffeine on the back. I got one about the gap. I got 750. I don't want the people to me say, only cash. each one manager 250 on it. I said, you can buy now 250. I say, but for now it's late. And 2 things again, I'm more. I don't put it on it, but I say, what umbrella? I said, no, they even for anything. I already change umbrella. And I said, I'm more than I even cool. You see what the umbrella get blown, my video all get blown. I ain't taking change. I didn't think about that. We go now. About 2 things. I don't have tire post. In what tire post? I'm going to small the time. I said, oh, my tire post. And say, well, how would you know? We go around and go. I say, you run time when you go wait in time, brother. You know what it is. You run time, you go wait in time. I say, my family will feel tired. You don't get Ghana balance or whatever family will feel tired. Yeah, I said, but if we pay that, I don't get money. Rather than about previous open, because of it, I said, no problem. I don't want the other department. My game, I honestly don't tell you how close. Similar to go by every now for I was keeping them there. I don't want to say, oh, want you. Me don't mean Nana, if I will not visit you. You know, big brother going in down 1 2. I said, okay, I'll take a tea. When I got money, probably 1 year, our hair set along our cheek. I got a tea. I got one guy, but I'm doing a bit of my bonnet. On TV, I won't pay my bonnet. I won't get my father on TV, but we're not facing a team now. I can't see about me, I can fix it. Why is it about me? I can fix it. I do. Now I said, okay.
So let's go to the and who have you explained different thing. So what did the kid?
We had to dedicate. He said you dedicated.
He said you said no, he dedicated. So who did it?
I may want to dedicate.
But the man said that you don't want to
he didn't cut the truth.
Yeah, I only want someone to
He used the truth or
so you listen to Prince said that you don't want to dedicate it.
I know what's in our red man.
So the issue of hijacking motorbike, how long you guys have been into it?
For me, I mean, first time coming here.
Okay.
But any person I made it in time.
Okay.
Inside you go to every joint, there were 3 people in Chile. But one person get Isa A. So that here, who get more experience.
so I mean, what if now
Nobody called it. Nobody called it. Who called it?
all right, thank you.
So you say your board left on the market before you did it?
Yeah.
What about there was that?
Black man.
We were there planning there from the motorbike car.
I don't want to sit down red there.
So what part did you play in the rescue?
I was sitting behind you. I expect when you told me that when hijack that after hijacking, so I don't take the motorbike or start going. So I get on I get it. I buy that water.
So let's hear from Prince. What's your name?
Todo se trata de ti. Oh, oh.
You say your name? Matthew. And what's your name? Prince who? How old are you? What about you? How old are you? 20. So you tell us exactly why you know about the whole motorbike issue you're talking about.
I on Friday. Last Friday. I went into man principal. Okay. He be young at from the Kauka. Pretty interview coming around to such to say also. So
the platform the way I have it now? No, I didn't. You know, many people say, why wasn't she doing that before? How did I? I'm a simple woman. I don't have the income. I don't have. So now I got the platform as the first lady where I can explore.
Okay. Good morning. Good morning, a pleasant welcome to yet another edition of the Today Show right here on Spawn 107.5. 70 minutes flipping 8 o'clock. That's the initial time. Check to where I sit and talk to you. And of course, this is your most preferred breakfast program that gives you everything that is needed for your breakfast. My name is Yekazi Zwobel, sitting in this morning, and I hope to be joined by my colleague, Professor Wowie, so that together we can serve you a very scrumptious breakfast from now till 10 o'clock. So you were just listening to a very, very interesting video footage for those of you watching, and an excerpt for those of you listening, you know. Those were voices of two young men. One of them is a 19-year-old, and another one is a 22-year-old. So 19 years old and 22 years old. Prince Mo and of course Matthew Weir. They've been sentenced to the Buchanan Central Prison for the rest of their lives for killing a 20-year-old motorcyclist in Buchanan, Grand Bassa County. That incident happened in August of this year. You know, they attacked the man, killed him. I mean, they almost beheaded him. They almost cut off his neck. And since then, they were arrested. So they did that only to make away with this young man's motorbike. And of course, they made away with the bike. They succeeded in making away with the bike, but unfortunately, you know, they were arrested later on while traveling to Monrovia. Returning to Monrovia, according to their narrative, they've come from Monrovia, gone to Buchanan, Grand Bassa County, just to carry out that act. So they committed the act while on their way to Monrovia. They were arrested. And since then, investigation has been ongoing. And just on yesterday, they were found guilty by the Second Judicial Circuit Court there in Grand Bassa County. That is presided over by Judge Joe S. Bacon. So Judge Joe S. Bacon handed down that guilty verdict yesterday and sentenced each of them to life in prison. Imagine one of them is 22 years old and another is 19 years old. So those young guys will spend the rest of their lives in jail for killing another young man like them, you know, in order to make away with their motorbike, with his bike, in order to steal his bike. So they'll be spending the rest of their lives in jail. All right. So I think it's a lesson to motorcyclists out there, motorcyclist thieves, motorcyclist rogues, those who are in the habit of usually attacking motorcyclists. And I'm emphasizing this because usually when these incidents are reported, okay, we journalists don't tend to follow the investigation process to the end, because I do believe once people carrying out these acts, these criminal acts, you know, and only the commission of the act is reported, you know. But then when those individuals who are suspected, when they are prosecuted and found guilty, we usually don't tend to follow the story to the logical conclusion, because once they found guilty and they are sentenced to prison, whether life in prison, whether 10 years in prison, whether 15 years in prison, and it is reported also, what that does is that it serves as a deterrence. It serves as a deterrence to others who might be harboring that intention to go ahead to carry out such act, or others who are in the habit of, you know, perpetrating such act. You know, is going to serve as a deterrence for them. And that is why I decided, you know, emphasizing on this morning is very, very important. And kudos to, you know, the George, the Second Judicial Circuit Court there in Grand Bassa County. I think the investigation was swift. Such an investigation. I think there shouldn't be any waste of time, and there shouldn't be any delay in such an investigation. You know, I understand that they confessed. In fact, in this particular video that was just played, I mean, they actually confessed. It's just that, you know, they were blaming each other for the killing. One person say, "Oh, that the man slaughtered the man, that the man cut the man's neck off." The other guy said that his friend, you know, cut the friend, the victim or the deceased neck, and all of that blame game. But at the end of the day, you know, they confessed in court, and both of them. So it means both of them perpetrated or carried out the act. They premeditated that act and they carried out. So they go into, you know, language behind bars for the rest of their lives. Folks, welcome this morning. We got across Liberia to speak with our various correspondents who will be telling us exactly what's happening in their various locations, in the various counties. We'll speak with Victor Cooper this morning. Victor is third in Nimba County. He's our Upper Nimba County correspondent. So let's see if we can get Victor on the line. And we speak to King Brown this morning as well, because King Brown reported that story here. We want to know, you know, following the guilty verdict, following the sentencing of those young men to life in prison, what is, you know, the reaction of citizens of Grand Bassa County? What is their own perspective about that? What are they saying, you know, about the prosecutorial process? But firstly, let's get to Victor Cooper there in Nimba County to fill us in with developments there in Nimba County. Okay, yeah, we are still trying to place a call to Victor Cooper this morning. If we can get him, then of course we have to go over to Grand Bassa County to speak to our correspondent, King Brown, you know, to fill us in with developments emanating from Grand Bassa County. And in Nimba County, we are told that two prominent sons of the county have officially joined the ruling Unity Party, yeah, in the county. And we are also told that right here in Mansurado County, the District 3 representative, Sumo Moba, officially, you know, resigned from his party, the All Liberia Party, and has now joined what he calls the Good Governance Drive of Ambassador Joseph Yuman Buakai, the president of the Republic of Liberia. So why too many people joining the Unity Party? Are they seeking greener pasture, or what is happening? But let's hear from Victor Cooper first before we delve into that. Victor, Good morning and welcome. How is Upper Nimba County this morning? Ganta specifically.
Good morning, Jagazi. Good morning to you this morning. Good morning to Sylvester. I don't know if you're in studio.
Yeah,
And
Sylvester will join me shortly.
good morning to all of our listeners of the Spoon FM this morning. And it is my pleasure being on the show this morning. Yes, Ganta is doing okay. We are here with this friendly weather here in Nimba County. And Ganta is doing better. Last night, the superintendent uh, light the Christmas tree in Ganta. I gave the city a very beautiful color last night. Everyone were there doing photos. I mean, Ganta have a different face for the Christmas celebration.
Okay. You mean the superintendent liked it, the Christmas tree?
Yeah, through the office of the Ganta city mayor, they actually gave the city a facelift right at the intersection of the Saclay PA, San Nicole, and Dallas my review right to NP Fueling Station. That play was lighted last night with the Christmas tree and very beautifully designed.
And I mean, talking about lighting of Gumpa City, Nima County, lighting a Christmas tree. That Christmas tree, the light from it is not going to, shine in the entire Ganta. I mean, Ganta has been not out of electricity, but the streets of Ganta have been out of electricity for, if not a year, then it's a couple of months, but I believe it should be a year or more. And you recently reported that the vice president has vowed to, light the streets of Gompa City, Nimba County. And we are now gearing towards the Christmas and the New Year. Has that project begun?
Legacy, you are right. Even though Ganta is one of the fastest growing city as people may describe Ganta to be, but then in recent time there were serious pressure mounting on the Jungle Energy Power company here. They are responsible for the electricity systems of Nimba County, specifically Ganta, where several business community complain about the power outage in recent time, where almost all of the business area here that were here were going out of current. In fact, many of them were down almost 3-4 days. There were no current in the city. So on the basis of that, District Number 5 Representative Koto Kwagu flagged the issues in the House of Legislature over there, inviting the Jungle Energy Power this Tuesday today for hearing or for questioning. So with those pressure coming from the community and out of the representative, in few days, the major street light, some of it were on. We saw fewer it coming on in few days. About, I think, 4-5 pieces were like taking over Ganta. So speaking with Keita, who is the manager for Jungle Energy Power, said they are doing all necessary effort to see Ganta be lighting before the end of this December. So on the basis of that, we see the light on in recent time. Even all of us now have a consistent current this few days. About 3 days now, we don't experience power outage here in Ganta. So in my mind, they are working on that.
But did they give any reason why the city has been, out of, the streets of Gompa have been out of street light, have been dark like a ghost camp? Did they give any reason for that?
There were numerous reasons. It is not only the Ganta city. Usually when current goes in Ganta, it goes across the entire Nimba County. According to Keita,
I'm talking specifically about the street lights. I know, in Liberia generally, the electricity usually fluctuates, but specifically the street light, the street lights have been off.
Yeah, so he said there are two main causes. One of it has to do with the breaker that is connected on a street light in a street that usually put it on and off it. There are several motorcyclists who allegedly play with the breaker that is hanging on the light pole. So with playing with
where is that breaker? Where is that breaker position that motorcyclists will go there to play with it, and knowing that it's not a tour, knowing that it's something that is electrically charged?
If you go around the pole, there is a little space that is created on the pole. It's a hole inside the pole. So that switch is connected inside of the pole. There is a hole there that is connected that every evening they switch it on and they switch it off in the morning. So according to him, usually people allegedly play with it and they left playing with them, and many of those bulbs blew off. So on the basis of that, it has been challenged for them, and those the light bulb that is hanging up there, they are very costly, and they are not getting any subsidy from government directly, forgetting to know that they are also supplying the entire city, which it is not in their agreement. They also want to do that because the area fall within their control area, but then they are not receiving any subsidy from the national government. So they want to provide electricity for the city because they also work in the city. So usually people play with the switch and get those bulb damage. So they are giving a several step back and they are working on things to reinstate the street light.
Okay, yeah. So I asked specifically about the vice president's vow to, reinstall the street lights there in Gompers City, Nimba County. Has the vice president begun doing that?
No, though he promised in recent time during one of his deliberation, he said he is working on that. He wants to see Ganta be electrified before January, but we're still watching. Today is the 2nd of December. Maybe before January, we might experience that from his office, but he promised in recent time, he said he wants to see Ganta electrified before the beginning of January. So all of us eyes are on the watch to see workers coming from the office of the vice president to embark on that project.
Okay, Victor, thank you. And we are also hearing that two prominent sons of Nimba County have officially joined the ruling Unity Party there in Nimba County. And this is coming right after the Unity Party fundraiser in the county. So you want to bring us up to speed with that development? Who are the prominent sons of Nimba who have crossed over to the to the Unity Party? And where did they come from? Which party did they come from?
So they are both sons of this county, both independent. Like the T. Wunlake Fangalo has been one of the former senatorial candidates here in the county. Wunlake Fangalo is the son of the street number 2 who are contested in the senatorial election, I think twice now. So during that very the GB festivals of the Unity Party, he openly came out to disclose his intention to join the really Unity Party. So he described the party as a place of being home. So he said the party has done extremely well now in the country through his political observations. He thinks the party is the best party that everyone should be encouraged to cross over to. So T. Wunlake Fangalo, the son of the Fangalo family in the county, joined the party officially. He was also followed by one of the permanent security former security expert here in the county who owns the Atlante security guy here, Amos Yene. You might know Amos Yene. He officially joined the party too as well. So they both pledge intention to support the party in the coming year, and they are willing to be with the party. But being for Amos Yene, he said it is reciprocational because his late father was the friend to the current president, Joseph Joubert Boakai. They were both classmates to each other. So he would be disappointed and be an angry when he will leave Joseph Joubert Boakai party and join another party because his late father was a very close friend to the current president. So he wanted to reciprocate the friendship back between his father and the current president.
Okay, so he basically joined the party because his late father, was a member, was a friend, according to him, was a friend of Ambassador Joseph Joubert Boakai, the president of the country, but not because of maybe the good governance or the way the Unity Party government is proceeding with the governance of the country.
Says Amos Yene, though he did not openly say
that's according to Amos.
That was one of the point. That was the key point that he actually scratched on because the president has been his late father, very close friend. They came out together in high school, and so he think leaving the party would be a disappointment to him and his family. So he officially joined the party.
Okay, all right. Victor, thank you very much. If that's all you have for us, we understand the Esther and Geraldine Medical and Referral Hospital, got some got a new a newly assigned medical director. Who's that person?
One Kaulo Benkan. Kaulo Benkan is the son of Nimba County. He has officially take over the Eston Jerry Lane ENJ for short medical hospital here in Kanta, Nimba County. Upon the transfer of Jerome Johnson, who was the medical director there, so Kaulo Benkan have officially take over the Eston Jerry Lane Medical Center in Kanta.
Okay, congratulations to him, and I hope he can work assiduously, to save many lives there in Gompa City, Nima County. So, as of now, how many hospitals do we have in Gompa? I know about the Ganta Methodist, the Geraldine. Is there any other hospital in Ganta besides these two?
No, we have Yanklee Hospital, one of the biggest hospitals as well, but it's a private institution. Yanklee is a running Tokopo Avenue, very big hospital as well. So we have like 3 hospitals with few giant size clinic here in Ganta. Even the representative of the street number 4, Ernest Mansi, also have a clinic here, very huge clinic, almost hospital here in Ganta, right opposite the PYJ.
Clinic in a hospital.
Yeah, no,
Thank
but
you.
don't mind. It also do surgery. So when you do surgery in the form of
that why give a hospital status, eh? Thank you.
Yeah, so
Thank you very much, Victor Cooper. It's been a wonderful time, having a conversation with you here and, bringing it up to speed with some of the developments emanating from Nimba County. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you, Legacy. We're always on ground.
Okay, so folks, that's it. Victor Cooper is Upper Nimba County correspondent there, speaking about several developments coming in from Nimba County. So let's see if we can go to Grand Bassa County as Sylvester Wowie struggles to come on. Once it comes on, yeah. Sylvester, how are you?
Yes, good morning, Yakazi. And we say good morning to our listeners as well.
Okay, it's a pleasure having you on. Yeah, so once you hope you can do all you can to come in the stream, yeah. So the viewers can see who's speaking. But we are trying to speak with King Brown from Grand Bassa County. King Brown is a talk show host in Grand Bassa like myself. So usually in the morning, we find a difficult contacting him. So I hope we can get him on this morning to tell us about the guilty verdict and the sentencing of 2 young Liberians there to life imprisonment for killing motorcyclist Samuel. So we're not getting King Brown. If we don't get King Brown, we'll take a short break, and we come back. We delve into other developments in the country. So we trying King Brown for the last time. Okay, we aren't getting King Brown. So let's take this short break. When we come back, folks, we will delve into other, trending national developments in the country. So first, welcome to the show now.
Yeah, Mr. Good morning once more, and good morning to all listeners across the world.
Okay. I don't know if you were following the show while in the station.
Yeah. I was following and listening to the narration from the 2 alleged, not alleged no longer because they've been sentenced.
They are normal suspects.
Yeah, so
They
guilty verdict has been brought down. So, I mean, I listened to their narratives, and I had 2 other ladies, in the back of the taxi, and they kept saying, as young as they are, and that is what they chose to do from the age of 1. You gotta spend the rest of your life, be in prison back. But it is what it is, and I like the conclusion that it's good to follow these cases to the end, and this will send us some signals to those who think these things are done and nothing come all of it. But today they are hearing that the police have been sentenced to life in prison, so the would be perpetrator now will have a second thought if I'm engaged in such art. I mean, I'm going to spend the rest of my life, in jail. It's a kind of sad situation, but it is what it is. This is what they chose for themselves, or for themselves.
Well, at least for them, they are alive. Even though their movement and their freedom and everything is going to be seized because of the criminal act they committed. But what about the young man they killed, Rubin Samuel, as well? I mean, 20 years old, or young man like himself. One of the perpetrators is 22 and another is 19, and the victim who's deceased now is 20 years old.
And I think
So-
this was well planned because
It was premeditated.
they brought a
Premeditated.
knife, thought on other things they could get that could facilitate the crime.
The guys
Just
left
to-
from all the way in Monrovia, went to Buchanan only because of that.
Yes, suppose, and if they go to a hospital, and that is the hospital they chose to do.
Yeah, so I think this should serve as a deterrent. That's the most important thing. This should serve as a deterrent to the motorcycle thief, motorcycle criminals. They should serve as a lesson for you. They should serve as a
I
deterrent.
think the
And
judge
that's
should
why
also be committed because
we continue to emphasize on this.
but here's the thing: if we got cases, going this direction, that I'm sure it's going to reduce the crime rate to some extent because these are deterrent now. Believe me, others who are following this case to conclusion will definitely have a second thought, just in case they are intending to go and arm rob or kill somebody, but just because they need something to survive. Imagine the guy went to rehearsals with no money in their pocket. To even buy tea, they had to pawn something.
Yeah. So for me, I think yes, what is true that do encourage swift, prosecution of cases of such nature. But then it depends on the case. It also depends on the volume of evidence that the complainants will have, of the level of volume of evidence that will be produced in court. So once there's enough evidence, of course, in their case, there were enough pieces of
The only
evidence,
thing was,
and they even confessed.
yeah, I mean,
So they-
who did the
they-
killing?
yeah.
Who did the killing is where they had some
Yeah.
witness.
So
This
yeah,
guy was
they were they were kind of blaming each other.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted
take the blame.
to like not really take the blame, or to be put in front to be like the lead killer,
Yeah, to be put on the
because
spot. Yeah.
both of them are involved in the act. I don't care
Yes.
how you turn it
But
around.
there's no way. I mean,
Yeah,
none of them could escape this because
Yes.
they planned it together, executed it together. So I don't know why they were trying to do this linking when it comes to who actually did the killing. It was him was sitting at the bike. So he did the killing.
yeah. And you listen to them, they blaming each other. The other guy said, "Oh, the other man, not the first time, he did something to FDA, but one person left inside." Yeah, one
So-
person left inside.
So it is because he got a track record or past record. That is why he's supposed to go along with the individual who is already, you know, either doing he got some ideas on the hustle, or he's brave. Because that's one of the things. Oh, this guy is
Yeah.
brave.
Yeah.
With me, I will succeed. So it was because of that hard work that he chose to go with this guy to River Sets, to steal a motorbike because they were like trying to see how best they could escape with a bike, you know, just in case I what do we,
Yeah.
who know one life. So,
So I mean, this is a caveat to all those harboring that negative intention, all those involving thieving motorbikes, stealing motorbikes, attacking motorcyclists, and killing them, taking away their lives. And for me, in a case of such, I don't feel compassionate for these suspects. I mean, these
young guys.
young guys who have been sentenced to life in prison. I mean, because for the fact that you have that mindset, you're not just going to attack to make away with the acting or with the motorbike or with whatever you want to make away with.
Also good
But
that
if
away
you
life.
if you have that courage, that bravery to take away another person's life, then it means you are a very, very cruel person. Very, 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 very cruel person. Very, very weak.
And there's a saying
You
that
know,
also
and
requires bad medicine. So
yeah, and the man informed that did that killing, according to our correspondent, they almost beheaded
yes, it got
the
throat.
deceased,
Yeah.
cut the man throat, almost cut off the man throat completely. That's the kind of cruel form and manner in which they killed their fellow youngster. But King Brown is on the line now from Buchanan, Grand Bassa County. King, good morning. How are you?
Yes, good morning. Good morning, Yagazi. Thank you so much this morning for linking me on the show this morning. I really appreciate that. I'm good.
Okay, it's good having you here. How is Grand Bassa County?
Well, Grand Bassa is good. The speech here basically this morning, the festive season is around the corner, so you see people this morning building structures along the roadside, preparing themselves for the market day on before the season.
Okay, King Brown, we are hearing this news from Grand Bassa County about the sentencing of two young men who in some part of this year, in August, attacked a motorcyclist and almost beheaded him. That which led to his death, and those individuals were fortunately arrested and they have been under prosecution. But then, finally, a guilty verdict was rendered by the second judicial circuit court judge, Bako, and they've been sentenced to life in prison. Tell us more about that, and what is the reaction from the citizens of Grand Bassa? Because I'm told this incident actually irritated, the citizens of Grand Bassa County when the act was committed, especially the cruel manner informed in which this young man was killed. It angered a lot of citizens of Grand Bassa County. Now that a guilty verdict has been rendered and the perpetrators have been sentenced to life in prison, what is the reaction there?
Yeah. So the reaction here this morning, because Judge Bacon, the resident judge of the second judicial circuit court, sentenced the two gentlemen to prison on yesterday, Monday. They came out with that funded verdict, and Judge Bracken doing their ruling, or the court record said that the two guys.
King, are you there?
Okay. Yeah, we lost King. Let's see if we can reconnect with King Brown. I don't know what's happening. King, you can call us back if you are listening. I'm trying to call you back, but I'm being told. Okay, so let's see if we can reconnect with King Brown. This is a Today Show. Yeah, King, welcome back.
Court has sentenced two defendants for left town. They are Prince Shimo, 22, and Matthew Wee, 19. The two defendants openly confessed in court for killing the 20-year-old motorcyclist Ruben Samuel in Buchanan. So the sentencing of the defendants was done on Monday by the resident judge, Joe Bracken, in Upper Buchanan. The court record shows that the crime happened on August 23, 2025, in the Government Hill community, where they did the killing of the motorcyclist and took away his motorbike. So following that that final ruling, the family of the deceased, they were spoken with, and they expressed joy that though they cannot get their son back, but at least they finally got justice. And they said that justice has been their major concern, and they have finally gotten justice. Motorcyclists, we saw them jubilating yesterday because they said that there have been many motorcyclists who have been victimized as a result of criminals. Powerful criminals have been attacking them, taking away their motorbikes, disturbing them, and sometimes these things go free. But it said that with this one, at least they saw that the motorcyclist who lost his life to hardcore criminals was able to at least get some sort of justice. So they said it's not just about Ruben Samuel who lost his life, but it's about all motorcyclists. So the motorcyclists and that of their leadership here on yesterday, we saw them jubilating. Some are even on the social media thanking the court for at least giving justice to a motorcyclist who lost his life, and they said that this should send a reminder call to all motorcyclists that if there are issues, they should not just take the law into their own hands, but it's better that they go to the court or seek proper redress, that tomorrow they too can be celebrated. So they also send a clear message that violence is not the best way, but they also use the legal approach to always see redress. Whenever criminals take away their motorbike, they should not engage in the mob violence and all of that. So, yeah, there are mothers, there are men and women, all right? There are community leaders, community members who are thanking the court for a kind of a role that was played in the remote matter. Because the matter, when it happened, we saw people who never knew the deceased, but we saw them on the scene crying. We saw women could not hold their tears. We saw men could not hold their tears. We saw people weeping all around the place. We saw people under the ring when we were looking at the lateral body of the motorcyclist, how he was gagged on the neck. And people just were too emotional. It was not easy. But the very same people today that were too smiling, that at least justice was served, and the motorcyclist, though he died, but the family can say that at least their son got justice.
Okay, King Brown, thank you very much. Sylvester, any question for King?
No, I think he said it all. Man, one main point he stresses, this mob violence. Motorcyclists are known for mob violence, and I hope the ruling yesterday will serve as a reminder to those who think violence is a way forward. That look, we got liberate a country of law, and I think we should also redress through the court system.
Okay, King, do you have any other development for us before you leave?
Well, the last development here is some part of 1 or 2 weeks ago we reported that how the county ministry, the county education officer was doing an investigation around the whole Catholic school, how they want to increase the graduation fee from $100 US to $155 US. That investigation has concluded, and officially, the Ministry of Education here in the county has fined the Cali school the sum of $150,000 Liberian dollars to be paid into the government account after they said they did all that investigation and the school was found guilty of charging students above the ministry set fees for private institutions. So as we speak, we have not heard whether they have paid that money, but the county education officer, Jefferson Fogel, has said that they will do all they can to ensure that the Cali High School paid that money into the government revenue before the starts operation by next year.
Okay, King Grant, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure having you on.
Thank you so much, Agassi. Thank you.
Okay, so he's King Grant there, our Grand Bassa County correspondent, filling us in with developments emanating from Grand Bassa County. And one of the things about this entire, incident, I'm thinking what might have triggered the actions of these young men to get involved into attacking or such criminal acts. What might have triggered their decision? Is it because of a lack of employment? Is it because of a lack of proper parental care or guardians? What might have triggered their decision? Is it lack of proper parental provision? What might have triggered?
I mean, you go a long way in trying
decision.
to
justify
or get over what.
No, I'm not justifying. It's not a justification.
It's
just trying to figure out or decipher what might have prompted them as normal human beings like you and myself to venture in such cruel act, killing another person only to make away with their motorbike to make your own a living.
No, it all boils down to making life. The guys, we always say it, the country is hard. Surviving has become the very difficult stuff. So people engage in all stuff of things in the name of survivability. So, but again, here we are with this drugs fight. When you guys start to take these substances, there are no more parental care. I mean, they care less to listen to whatever advices their parents try to give them. Once they take in some substance, I mean, it's all to the game. And they feel too wise, nobody control them any longer. They make decisions. Some of those decisions are in the wrong direction. The thing is, people want to live above their means, their means. So they get involved in all sorts of things. The reason for stealing the motorbike was to get money in their pocket.
But the thing is, here in Liberia, at their age, I mean, they should be school going youngsters. At their age, they should be under parental care or guidance. At their age, in Liberia, their parents it should be responsible, for their sustenance. That is providing for them food, clothing, and all of that. Medical care and all of that. I mean, it should be their parents' responsibility, but seeing them going because they said they went to hustle,
Yeah,
leaving Monrovia to go in Grand Bassa County. They have probably hustled in Monrovia a lot, and
apparently
like
they were
one
known
of them
all
said,
over.
they were involving a similar act in the FDA area, and one person left inside.
So one person left inside, meaning one person died.
Yeah, that's what I think he meant, and so maybe they decided to change the environment, because the other environment, the FDA environment or other environments in Monrovia were probably hostile to them, so they wanted to go to an environment that wouldn't be that much hostile, and that is why they headed all the way to Buchanan, Grand Bassa County. But like you said again, this issue of drug abuse, the consumption of illegal substances. When the youngsters taking these things, they don't listen.
No.
I mean, they become what we call pakao. Yeah,
Very hostile.
Yeah, they become pakao. They don't listen to anybody. They do what pleases them. And when they're taking these substances, they don't think. I don't know what about that. Narcotic substances or other illegal substances, that when you take, you can't think positively, only negatively.
At times they feel
you can
very
think.
wise, and they think they know it all, and people should be listening to them instead of they listening to people and get some advices. No, they feel they are too wise, and they just say things and do things the way they think.
But again,
but you can't also rule out the fact that the issue of jobs, lack of jobs, and unemployment is huge.
I mean, I think there are a lot of contributing factors.
Yes,
there are a lot of contributing
some
factors.
of these kids who we see in the street today, they are from very, very wealthy homes, and their parents love them, they care for them, they provide everything for them, but they chose to be in the street. But there are others who hardly get the normal 3 time meals per day. Some don't even get one. The mother, father are struggling to even put food on the table. So the kids now become the breadwinner for the family. So this is why sometimes you see these families just sit back and watch their kids go into anything.
Yeah, and once you make the kids or the child or your teenager or youngster, whatever age they are. I mean, once you make them the breadwinner of the family, especially the teenagers now, I mean, to listen to you, the parent, it becomes difficult, because I mean, you like not performing your responsibility. You are not doing what you are supposed to do now.
So
you are using the teenager or the youngster who's your child, as means of provision, helping to provide for the home. And now, I mean, it makes it difficult to have absolute control over that child.
Once the child
it makes it difficult.
It's not receiving any kind of support from the parents. I mean, the child no longer take advances from them.
Yeah.
Because if you look, I mean, he had failed his own responsibility. So why waste time to listen to them? Because I know caring parents will always want to know from their kids how you got this, what you doing with this, because they are the one who provide for those kids. But once you can provide for them and they go out and find it on their own, you asking them how they got it.
And that is what I think. I think birth control is important.
Mm-hmm.
It may sound,
having babies
comical,
but
I think birth control is important, especially looking at your economic status. I mean,
it is important.
You have a very, very low income. You're making 150 US or maybe 200 US per month. And maybe you, the father in the home, you are the only one working. The mother is not working. The mother is doing nothing. But then you there, you got 5 living children.
Yeah, because you don't stop.
5 living children.
Stop. You make me to laugh. You know why?
Or 6. And you still contemplating on having more. You still contemplating on having more. So the more children you have, and you are not able to provide for them, you're not able to cater to them financially, you're not able to sustain them, what happens is they go outside to fetch for themselves. And you don't have that absolute control over them because you are not providing their needs. You are not able to cater to them financially. So they don't listen to you. They don't listen to you. And when they go out there, they get peer pressure by bad friends.
The things they see.
Bad friends.
They get
the things they see out there, the things they get involved into. And you see, human, our nature is that we quick on learning bad things
than the good ones.
It's easier to do the bad things or the wrong things compared to the right things. It's very easy. That's human nature. Very, very easy. So they go out there now, they get involved in all sorts of things. Only because you as a father or the mother or the parent, you're not able to provide for them. You're not able to cater to them. And so because of that, they don't listen to the pieces of advice you will give them. They go out there to fetch for themselves, to find food for themselves. They're paying their own school fees. They're doing everything for themselves. So tomorrow, if they're doing bad thing, and you try to put them on their guard, they don't listen to you anymore. You say, but what are you doing for me? What are you doing for me? Nothing you're doing for me.
But go to Waterside, go Red Light Market. You see young people, who are not receiving support from their parents. They are engaged into meaningful things to survive. Allah chose the wrong path. But again, Yakazi, we were born to be happy. So it's not because my father or mother cannot provide for me. I should be sad. I shouldn't be giving a breath to kiss. Because
no, I'm not. You taking my statement out of context.
No, because Yakazi, you say meaning. Look, people see children as joy. We say bundle of joy is having kids, and this is why the kids it should be by choice and not by chance.
A child will not be a bundle of joy if you bring that child into this world and you are not able to cater to that child's financial needs. That child will not be a bundle of joy. You are very self. You'll sit down at times and you will even feel sorry for your own child. You see other people's children, other people are providing and catering to the needs of their children, but you are sitting, you don't even get $5 to sustain your child.
And you go into the community
to sustain your child. Your child in the community seeing,
other kids
going to school, other kids, going places or doing, the parents fully supporting them. And you say you brought a child into the world because children are bundle of joy, so you bring them into the world. You just want to keep on bringing them, but you don't have the financial means to sustain them.
Then
you're just creating more problem for yourselves, and you are making those children. You making them sorrowful.
Instead of being happy,
you're making them as bundle of sorrows because you bring them into the world. You're not able to cater to them. They become sorrowful among their friends, among their peers.
So again, we go back to,
and once you don't have that control over them,
government,
they go astray. Many times, yes. Some of them will choose the right path. Some of them will choose the right path, even if even if you are not providing, catering to their needs and blah blah blah. Some of them, but also a lot of them are likely to choose the wrong path, especially with the kind of society that we have.
All in all, I think our government needs to do more and see how best they can improve the livelihood of their citizens.
This thing is not only about government.
Yeah.
Citizens themselves, they need to see how best to try to improve their own livelihood.
The government should provide an environment.
The government should provide. Do agree with you? The government should provide an enabling environment. But even if the government provides an enabling environment, Sylvester Wowie, let's take for example the enabling environment is provided. Sylvester Wowie is making assumingly let's say $500 every month. But because Sylvester Wowie is making $500 per month, he takes advantage of that, just going here and there and bringing forth children into the world.
I think
$500 United States dollars. $500 United States dollars of Sylvester he cannot cater to like
even 3 kids properly.
I mean, 6-7 children, including yourself and the mother or mothers of those children you may have.
Yeah, because you stop carrying me to mother.
Yeah, I mean,
no,
500. It's not because those children need to go to school. They need to eat every day. Every day they need to wear clothes. Maybe you're renting. You need to pay rent. And all of that, even though the enabling environment,
the school fee
is created,
the transportation, the recess, the rent,
and everything,
healthcare, everything's in the 500. Look, I mean, it's like living in hell. But this is why we see.
That is why I think.
And the enabling environment now we find in our society for young people is the riding of motorbike, track cycle, and what have you. So you got most of our younger ones going that direction, which we feel is also not a good thing. And the government should try to improve on that. If we got jobs opportunities, I don't think you have too many young people, leaving schools to go and ride motorbike and care for survival. So this is what we're saying. Look, too many factors that you admitted, and one of the key players here is the government. Our governments, year in, year out, haven't done enough for the citizenry of this country. And I think this is about time now that they try to see how best they can change that narrative and see how young people can have better living condition in this country. Because most of the young people we see today in drugs abuse are because they don't have the opportunities. So what we see happening here is people bring in these substances, they earn more money, take care of their families, their children go to the best of school, eat the best of food, and those who are being victimized are the poor people. So yes, I mean, both ways, yes, I think young people need some education when it comes to just burning kids, especially our our brothers in the interior part of the country, and that's their happiness. They may come from the farm.
I think not only you need the interior now,
Yeah, but-
even in the city now,
but
the city minister burning plenty
They
money
may come
interior
from the
money now.
farm. There's no television, no radio. The only thing they may get to entertain himself with is his fiancée or his wife. So how those people now born plenty children? The man go around like whole day, he go home, he's very tired. The only thing he got to entertain himself is his fiancée or his wife. So they will keep bringing forth children.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bringing forth children is not a bad thing, but you should be able to cater to, the children that
Yes, when you born children, you should cater for them.
that you bring forth. You should be able to,
Cater for them.
undertake the full responsibilities of those children to be able to provide them guidance so that it can go astray. because when they go astray, they become a threat to
They've got
the
people
society.
who are providing everything for their kids, but their guardians,
Yeah,
the children don't listen to them.
that is true.
Because when they get involved with those bad boys,
That-
that's the end.
That is also true. But how frequent is that?
It will not be compared to
how
the poor
frequent
people
is
children, but I
that,
mean
you
they are
know,
also in the numbers.
compared to those children who don't have they do like the support. I mean, going astray, being found in a lot of bad acts. I mean, they become. I think they become more wayward compared to that particular scenario. Yes, I know even pastor children sometimes can go astray.
Look, you can see if you see what some mothers go
Even
through
pastor children, some
just
pastor,
for
I know some
the betterment of their
pastor
kids.
children.
Some others
You
go
know,
through hell.
they can go astray. But I'm looking at the numbers here. But let's try to go to the lines and hear from Liberians. And I think this is an opportunity for all of you to call, especially motorcyclists. You know,
Yeah, I mean, this is a relief for the
two young men were convicted by the Second Judicial Circuit Court there in Grand Bassa County for killing a fellow motorcyclist there in Grand Bassa County. They had left from here, according to their own narration, gone to Buchanan, Grand Bassa County, premeditated that they were going there, you know, to hijack or harass motorcyclists and make away with their motorbike. And they were successful in doing that. And in the process, they killed
one of your
a
colleagues.
20-year-old motorcyclist, almost beheaded him, almost cut off his neck, almost. And that led to his death. And fortunately, when they were returning to Monrovia, they were arrested, I think at
the motorcycle, the tire
this checkpoint around Cotton Tree. It was around there. It was reported that, you know, they were arrested. There's a checkpoint in Maygibe County. I think in Cotton Tree.
Just before you get to Cotton Tree.
Yeah. So I'm told there where they were arrested. They were detained there, and later on, the preliminary investigation, you know, was done by the LNP, and they were charged and forwarded to court, and then, you know, they were convicted by the court. So they are now convicts, and they've been sentenced to life in prison. What do you make of this, and what do you make of our, you know, discussion surrounding this entire incident? Call us on 0777 1075 0777 1075 1075. Those are the numbers to put you through. Call us and have your say. It's 20 minutes on the flip side of 9 o'clock. You are listening to the Today Show right here on Spoon 107.5, Fabric 101.1. We are also live on our various social media handles: Spoon TV Live, Super TV Live, and Fabric TV Live. We also live via our YouTube channel at Spoon Talk. Let's talk to this person. Hello, your name and where you join us from?
Hello.
Good morning. How are you?
Morning. My name is Manen Kamara. I'm calling from the Front Street.
Yeah, Manen, let's hear you.
Yeah. On and on of just stay ready. I'm pleased because myself, I'm a motorcyclist. I'm pleased the way the justice was served. Those guys didn't sentence for life in prison. At least it was okay. Honestly, I'm pleased with that. And you guys were discussing on the children that some parents are not caring. My brother, all those things is just by His grace. Trust me. And get some parents who are ready to taking care of their children, giving them the necessary equipment. But my brother, just go astray. So those things, it's just like choices. Everybody get a choices to make. I tell you that.
Thank you.
I will advise, yes, I will advise parents. Don't forget about God. Whenever you see your children or your child doing something, you go on your knees and pray. You just continue asking God for him to intervene.
Thank you.
That's all. All right.
Thank you. Thank you
brother.
very much. Let's talk to another person. Hello, your name and where you join us from. Hello? Okay, we lost that person. But call us on 0777 771 0777 771 0555 Good morning, your name and where you join us from.
Good morning, my brother.
Good morning.
I'm calling from Police Academy.
Let's hear you from Police Academy.
Yeah, my brother, when I followed this interview this morning, I felt bad in my spirit. For young people to carry on such a discussion so that they can go kill somebody for motorbike, these are the things we can be telling our students. They can't listen to us. When you don't have anything to do in life, you can go for any other thing. But at least thank God that justice was served, that the child that they killed, his parents this morning, and think they will be happy. Though he is dead, but those he already gone. But those guys, for them to spend that kind of time in prison, it will serve as well as a lesson for all those other young people that are still in such a act. Thank you this morning.
Thank you very much. 0777 771 0775 0777 1075 0555 101075. Call and have your say here this morning. This is the Today Show here on Spawn. Let's talk to this person. Hello, your name and where you join us from.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm V. Adoge.
Yeah,
I'm
Arthur,
calling-
please go ahead.
Yeah, I'm calling from the Sherati Borough.
Please go ahead, Arthur.
Concerning those boys who did that nasty killing to their fellow brother, it is so unfortunate. But I heard you guys also saying that one of the reasons is that the lack of employment. What can those boys do? Are they ready for any employment? They are just indulging into bad habit, and because they want to have money to do drugs. That's the biggest problem why they are going about doing those kind of wickedness. So I just pray that the rest of them who are involved in it will learn from it and deviate. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks for calling. Let's talk to this other person. Hello, your name and where you join us from.
Yeah, how you doing, Alan?
Hello? Hello? Okay, this person is not yet ready. Let's talk to another person. Hello, your name and where you join us from. Hello? All right, let's talk to this person on the line. Good morning, your name and where you join us from.
Hey, Yagagi, good morning. I'm Pastor Morris. Why are you calling from Duboro?
Pastor Morris, boy, you're welcome. Let's hear you.
Yeah, you've been asking series of questions. Why is the cause? One major thing I want to say to you is that we are in the last day. The Bible spoke about it. You read about it in the book of Matthew 24, verse 12 downward, and the book of 2 Timothy 3, verse 1 to 5. These are things that are happening. The love of money will increase, wickedness will increase. So just imagine, if I love somebody, I will not do such a thing. I followed that story. I think I told you that day generation before. I followed that story in Buchanan. I went in Buchanan, they one side, I went for the burial, and I also flagged that issue. They left from here in Morovia and they went Buchanan on that mission. And let me tell you something. Let me say something. I hold them my time to permit me. The people that target is not for small, it's not for old back. They are looking at new back. Just recently, around the Benson Hospital, they went to Nizo. They caught one guy hand for new bag. He just bought a bag with plastic on it. They caught the guy hand between 6 o'clock in the morning. So this thing happening because treasure need to be fulfilled, and the drugs issue. When we were coming up, people were only taking drugs those that go to the war front. But now that the children are even living in the home, they are taking drugs. And one of the major factors, the drugs issue. That's why the things are happening. Have somebody regularly said, some people will go home, but yet they stay. All the training, they don't want to go back training. Do you know what when the people can leave the home because of training from the home? And for so long, they don't want to abide by the training in the home. What will happen? They will get in the street. At the end of the day, now they will start doing something that they are not ready to do. So that's my contribution towards the show.
Thank you very much, Pastor Morris Boyo. Let's talk to another person. Hello, your name and where you join us from. Hello? Okay, Yes, we are still taking calls on 077771075, 077771075, 055101075. Those are the numbers to put it through this morning. You're listening to the Today Show here on Spoon. And the show has been Simulcast on Fabric. We're live on our various social media handles. Very shortly, we will be reviewing the local dailies to know what's happening in the print media. But in the meantime, between time, let's take a few more calls before we do that. 077771075, 077771075, 055101075 are the numbers to put it through. Let's talk to this person. Good morning. Your name and where you join us from? Good morning. Are you there? Okay. All right. I don't know, but I think we will take a break. When we come back, we bring you the local dailies to know what's happening in the print media here this morning. The Today Show, my name is Yekezi Zobel. Let's take this short break to be back with you.
What's your name? Prince who? How old are you? What about you? How old are you? 20. So you tell us exactly why you know about the whole motorbike issue you're talking about.
Man, Prince. Okay. He be young from the Kauka. Pretty intermediate or coming around to certain things. He said, also. So, okay, we spent a day at the next day. We slept to the police station with the children. So, we sang our prayer. So, the next day, we're walking around. You know, we were walking around in the community. So I was walking around. I came to the park, started the park, spent a whole day there. So in the area, you know, go to the children. I went back to the children. I was sitting on the road, so we were going to pass on. And going in Maggie. Going in Maggie and went back in there. Burning that. I was about hour and doing that. And that, I'm seeing a Murano, we're pulling down, and tell it about it. I'm just letting that boy out scared. I said, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. Putting down. You need to tell it about it. So, I know a foreigner. Start the ball. Sit down there. Sit down behind. I start the I left the interview. I to Hajari for the table. So I get only get some. What trap will move over the top of the road. And you know, tell scary. First, I was something that I go. So I stay tuning. I stay on tuning on the scene. So I Rush it by, you bought it by, I said, what is your, they bought it by, sit on the back. You know, right? I was out there, Go get on the road, stay to me, scary. I live on me. Hey, I know, sit on here, passing up. Sit on the back. Go all the way to come. I ain't giving a staring come around. I said, I'm sorry, before regime, sending my the way you go. And therefore, when my retire port, I retire port, selling car, for I am money. So, okay, prove it, she might get it. If I want to, I'm facing it too.
Listen, welcome back. You're listening to the Today Show right here on Spoon 107.5. Let's now review our local dailies to know what's happening in the print media this morning. Let's begin with the front page Africa. So the lead story on the front page Africa says flexing legislative muscles. Flexing legislative muscles. And of course, I see the photograph of Musa Belete and the firebrand Senator Darius Dillon, Abraham Darius Dillon, and the headline says flexing legislative muscles. Internal rift wardens as House Senate clash over constitutional roles in budget hearing process. Okay, you can grab a copy of the front page Africa newspaper to read for yourself that development. This one says failed Unity Party fundraising dinner in Nimba sends shockwaves among partisans. Failed Unity Party fundraising dinner in Nimba sends shockwaves among partisans. Supporters say party losing touch. Okay, and on this photograph, I see on this article, I see the photograph of the vice president of the Republic of Liberia alongside some individuals believed to be Unity Party partisans wearing the regalia of the party. Okay, the Liberian Investigator newspaper. But let's continue with the front page Africa. I think there's still other trending developments here on the front page Africa. It says Magibi residents demand urgent repair seeking Wiala section of Monrovia Banga Highway reportedly claims 2 lives. Magibi residents demand urgent repairs sinking Wiala section of Monrovia Banga Highway reportedly claims 2 lives. And that's on the front page Africa newspaper. You can grab for yourself a copy of the front page Africa newspaper and read these developments for yourself. Another development here says Snow warns lawmakers against politicizing legislative projects, dedicates new basketball, volleyball courts in Bombing County. You can grab yourself a copy of the front page African newspaper to read for yourselves those developments. And finally, on the front page African newspaper, this one says prosecution seeks 3rd juror remover in capital action trial, citing CDC link. Defense accuses state of targeting Daniel after repeated setbacks. All right, and that's it for the front page Africa newspaper. So, first, do you have anything?
Yes, I do have. I'm trying to see if I can give you some development from the Liberia investigator, and first year claims surrounding Liberia ongoing HPV vaccination campaign are misleading. I mean, that's a recent vaccination campaign that was carried out by the Ministry of Health for girls and women between the ages of 9 aboard. And I think there's been some campaign against our vaccination process, but yes, some clarity is being made now that the campaign are misleading. We have found a featured hush domestic financing as 36,000 live with HIV and AIDS. Another leading story or lead story here in the Liberia investigator is havoc trouble DRC record raise alarm in Liberia. Just before I turn over to you, the Taylor Observer here, I see the former Commerce and the Unity Party former chairman, Amin Wada, is here on the front page. No rift, but deep reverberation. I see, I think that's the former Commerce Minister, Amin Wada. I got no rift with the president, but I mean, yes, the deep reverberation. I don't know what he means by that. Another story here is government deport 20 Burkina Bay, and I think that was in the December 1 edition of the Daily Observer newspaper. So we too are deporting. That's how Liberians are being deported from the USA.
Okay, so let's go to the Verite online news. Here on the Verite online news, I see the faces of the three most powerful individuals in the country, with the exception of the vice president. I see the president, the speaker, and the Senate pro tempore, Yombikan Alliance. So is caption opulence waste, or in quotation, opulence waste. And it says opulence waste over US $3.9 million on entertainment in 3 years. Yeah. Grab yourself a copy of the Verite news. I think they have a newspaper. The newspaper is out there. Better still log on to their online platform to read the details of this development. This one says African Students Leadership Forum begins with focus on patriotism and moral courage. African Students Leadership Forum begins with focus on patriotism and moral courage. This story on the Verite Online News says prosecution files motion to remove juror said to be CDC stalwart. Okay, and this one says students on flow as public schools face harsh conditions. Judge Willie denies prosecution request to add Representative Yobo to Capitol as on indictment. And finally, opulence waste over US 3.9 million on entertainment in three years. Yes, you can grab yourself a copy of the Verite online news to, get the details or read the details of these plus other developments we've brought here to you from various print media platforms. Okay, so folks, on that note, that's how we conclude this segment of the show. We